This is high-stakes national leadership, and that's tricky for a provincial premier. Just days before Canada-U.S. relations could be jolted by incoming U.S. President Donald Trump, Doug Ford is straddling tough choices. Ontario depends on U.S. trade. If Trump imposes punishing cross-border tariffs, Ontario will do likewise.
If this goes through, these tariffs, it's going to hurt millions of Americans.
But Ford wants to win over Trump with an alliance he calls Fortress AMCAN to stand up to China and others.
Working together, we can usher in a new American and Canadian century, a time of unprecedented growth, job creation, security, and prosperity.
Ontario's premier says a cornerstone of Fortress AMCAN is Canada's export of energy. Alberta crude oil to U.S. refineries, Saskatchewan uranium for U.S. weapons, Ontario and Quebec hydro that keeps the lights on in millions of U.S. homes. In fact, electricity is exported from 9 provinces to the U.S. Yes, Canada gets $5.8 billion in revenue, but that's the point, that the U.S. needs what Canada has. Trump, however, seems intent on tariffs and is even talking about taking over Canada, not by military force.
No, economic force.
What's your problem with the United States absorbing Canada?
Trump's thinking is often reflected on Fox News, where Ford deftly redirected an interview that aimed to provoke.
We have the critical minerals, we have the energy, we have the electricity that America needs. And there's only one place I'd want to sell it to, and that's the U.S.
Ford, the current chair of Canada's premiers, says a delegation will head to Washington in February. Is it his place to speak for the country? The reality is the Prime Minister is leaving and time is of the essence.
There's a lack of leadership right now at the federal government, and someone has to stand up for Ontario, someone has to stand up for Canada.
Ottawa is seized of the Trump tariff and takeover threats.
It's unbecoming, frankly, of a president, any president that would say that.
Dominic LeBlanc says top government officials are meeting on U.S. tariffs tonight. And who else will he see this week?
I've already reached out to Premier Ford, for example. Hope to see him in Toronto in the next couple of days.
The Ontario Premier, an increasingly key figure in Canada's preparation for what's coming from Washington. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.